Devonport is the perfect place to make your base to explore all the Northwest has to offer. Explore the variety of walking and cycling trails, from a relaxing coastal amble to a bushland hike. Experience every corner of this beautiful region. The final stage of the 2014 Tour of Tasmania here in Devonport, a 54k criterium, 30 laps of a 1.8k circuit. All important sprint bonuses because Raph Freemstein will be trying to wrest that green jersey off Pat Bevan. Pat Bevan, the tour leader riding for health.com.au Search to Retain, hold a 22-second lead over Ben Dybel, but the Avanti racing team, they'll throw everything at Bevan.
Taking other stage isn't my priority today. It's about defending the jersey and make sure we come away with the overall win at the Tour of Tasmania this year.
This 1.8k circuit will be very, very fast down the back straight, but the riders will come into a headwind as they come to the line.
We're hoping that we defend enough that guys get interested in the bunch sprint. Guys like Alex Emerson, who missed out yesterday, it's a good stage for them, and they've got some strong boys here. So we're hoping we can keep status quo long enough for guys to get a sniff of the finish, and it comes down to a bunch gallop.
There's not many sprinters here, so I think the teams are not going to want to have a sprint, so they want to go up the road. So with the four teammates I've got, I think we'll try and give it our all and hopefully come away with the tour with something to cheer about. With the NRS, there's so many people nowadays putting their hand up that you can't just say it's that Drapac or it's going to be Search or it's going to be Avanti. There's so many people out there putting their hands up, so that's what's making it such exciting bike racing and aggressive.
The final stage of the 2014 Tour of Tasmania, absolutely magnificent, and it was health.com Search to Retain that controlled the peloton very, very early on, and then 4 riders got away, which really lit the criterium up. The 4 riders that got away were Joshua Prett from Budget Forklifts, Travis Meyer, Drapac Professional Cycling, Raphael Freenstein, the young German rider riding for Charter Mason Giant Racing Team, and Miles Scottson, the 20-year-old from South Australia riding for Sassy Cycling Team, and those riders got out to just over 30 seconds.
Yeah, well, there was lots of moves going at the start, and then I saw Josh Prett slip off the front, and there was an opening for me to follow, and then when Travis Meyer and Raph Freemstein came across, I really, committed, and we all did, because we were all 4 strong bike riders, and there was a lot of horsepower out there.
But it was Raph Freemstein, the German rider, riding for Charter Mason Giant Racing Team. He was determined to have the green jersey on his back. He took out the 2 sprints to make him the winner overall. He picked up the 3 points, so there's been an agreement struck.
We barely talked to each other in the break, actually, but everyone just rolled through and put in, and I think Rafa, he just wanted those points, and he was good. He still pulled his weight in a bunch, and then took the points as well. So he was riding strong today.
Back in the peloton, it was Drapac and also Avanti that were really charging out, but they couldn't bring back that 30-second lead until at the bell it got back to 10 seconds.
Both Drapac and Avanti had a couple of goes at getting off the front, and then it was quite chaotic for a while early on, and we really had to stay on our toes and race at the front.
Once I realised I had to go, then I couldn't wait any longer, because the other 3 they looked, as soon as they looked over the shoulder and were looking at the bunch, I knew that they weren't confident, and so I just went, and it was more like the last hurrah, and then I held on.
But Pat Bevan came across the line to take out the tour for 2014.
The break got up the road and got a small gap, and we started riding. We got some help from other guys that had other interests, and it came back down to be a negligible difference at the end.
It's good for me at the moment, because after the Commonwealth Games on the track, I had about 3 weeks off a bike and been struggling to get the form back, and struggled through this week, but got a win, so it's a good confidence boost.
So it was Miles Scottson that took out the stage from Alec Edmondson, and Myron Simpson riding for Budget Forklifts was 3rd. The SRAM King of the Mountain classification was taken out by Josh Berry, riding for Salah Basin's racing team. The Jayco Green Sprinters classification was the young German cyclist Raphael Freenstein from Charter Mason Giant Racing. The Premax Young Rider classification was taken out by Nicholas Katsonis, riding for Charter Mason Giant Racing Team. The Victoria Most Aggressive Rider on Stage 6 was Joshua Prett, Budget Forklifts. The leading team for the Tour of Tasmania in 2014 was the Avanti Racing Team. So in the GC classification, it was Pat Bevan, the boy from New Zealand, riding for health.com.au Search to Retain, that was crowned the winner. Ben Dybel, riding for Avanti Racing Team, was 2nd, and Tim Rowe, Budget Forklifts, was 3rd.
My whole team have been phenomenal for the last 2 weeks. Well, the whole season, but personally for me in the last 2 tours, they've been absolutely faultless right in the front. At the front of a bike race, we sat down after about the 3rd stage when we first took the jersey, and we were kind of like, well, this is almost a little bit silly that we're just a little amateur team racing the front of this bike race, but it shows what happens when you band together and really get in behind someone.
As we look at the overall standings for the NRS, it's Joe Cooper who retains that jersey riding for a Vandy racing team.